My first example here is Target Field Ballpark in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This was a particular project that actually was not originally specified to be using Lindapters for some of these connections, but rather the contractor actually made the request back to the engineer to be used. And the reason for that was, if you can see here on this drawing, well, this is the canopy structure that goes around the entire stadium. So this was a cladding application, but the cladding support system had to be kicked back to the main supporting structural beam, as you can see here. Here's a little computerized graphic of it. But basically what was happening is that the original drawings were called out for drilling and bolting these kickers back. The problem the contractor had introduced to the engineer was that, we're talking cladding panels. We're not talking a perfectly square building. Not even the radius changes as you go around the stadium here. And we need these panels to line up exactly. So the key thing that they had to deal with is the adjustability of making these connections in the field. So by simply clamping it, they can clamp anywhere they want to along this beam member. To give it some additional adjustability, we actually slotted these plates here so that to account for tolerances in the beam width itself, you can slide the bolts and the clamps back and forth to make sure you had a nice tight fit. But what this eliminated was, if things did not line up when they were drilling, they were going to have to be reaming out or slotting holes on the fly while on the job site. And they wanted to eliminate the field labor that was involved. So this plate was prefabricated. It was also pre-attached to this kicker. They simply just brought this whole assembly out and they made the final connections by clamping it down to the beam. So key point here is they were looking for additional adjustability.